Hey, what's up, locker room? I'm back home. Happy to be back home. You know, tell you guys I was with Mama Tony, Malachi Tony's mom. Again, want to wish her a happy birthday. And the mothers, as they were celebrating her birthday and then getting ready for their mother's year, the Kane's mothers and everything. So they had a great time at American Social off Brookle. I didn't even know that American Social was there. That's my first time going. Won't be my last, but it was my first. I know the American Social that's in Fort Lauderdale. I had never really been to the one in Miami, and it was a pretty cool spot. But I want to talk about, as I'm watching the football game here tonight, I want to talk about the things that everybody's going to be talking about Monday morning. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be the Cleveland Browns, the Deshaun Watson, the Shedeur Sanders competition. But Deshaun might have just done what I guess the people in Cleveland wanted him to do. The fans, because the fans have been booing him and booing him, and now he's going to make this even more of a fight. I want to break all of that down. It was so much in this because in some sense, watching Deshaun Watson play football and have watched Deshaun Watson play football, let's call it pre and post. The pre-Deshaun Watson, pre all of the cases that came up, and the post-Deshaun Watson, post all of the cases that came up. I have been totally honest and upfront with you guys, and I told you about my situations when I played in the NFL, and I told you about even after the hotel, people breaking the hotel and everything, and you can rationalize in your mind, I was doing what any other 24, 25-year-old was doing, hanging out. Yeah, we were partying and messing around and all that stuff. But the reality is, I said you're never the same. When I hit the football field, I was never the same. I was never the same mentally. I don't know that I felt off physically, but I just felt I was never the same. This thing that what we have seen with Deshaun Watson has been, I've never seen anybody take that kind of a turn for the worse in football like this. Now, you go to basketball and people start bringing up, I guess, Ben Simmons, and when he just all of a sudden couldn't shoot and what he went through mentally. And I know it was a baseball player I know who went through something, just couldn't throw a strike anymore for the life of him, but I don't remember his name. But this is strictly mental. This is strictly a mental situation. And Deshaun Watson, I'd heard he had been doing some pretty good things in practice and everything. Today just set this fight all the way back to zero. He really did. He really did. And I'm going to break that down. The Deshaun Watson side first. Deshaun Watson, in a post-game presser, while he was putting on his diamond earrings, said that people booing him had nothing to do with his performance. They said we think that we all know that it has nothing to do with his performance. That part, I didn't get why he said that. I didn't get it. I don't understand it. And it speaks to, I don't know, it just seems like a little disconnected there. because the performance on the football field has not been well. It's not been nowhere near what pre-situation Deshaun Watson was. Nowhere near it. So for him to state that, and I'm not saying that, for him to state that confuses me, because I know he cannot think he's playing anywhere near what he was pre-case, pre-public case. It was 1A, 1B with Deshaun, with Patrick Mahomes back then. The only difference between Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes pre all of the cases was Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes had Andy Reid. Deshaun Watson had Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien had come from the Patriots. Andy Reid, offensive genius, spreading the ball, using your physical skill set and talents like he did with Patrick Mahomes to get the ball all over the field. And man, Deshaun Watson, go back and look at the tapes. As a matter of fact, I saw some of them today. Because when I'm studying, you can watch film, but you can also just go and roll through all the social media, because I want to hear what people are saying. I want to hear what they are saying. You hear all of the interviews and everything, because people catch it and they repost it, so I get to catch it all. I see it all. And I was confused with Deshaun Watson in a sense. You cannot be saying it has nothing to do with performance, and you know what you look like before all those cases came up. You know what you look like. You were the best in the league. Right now, they are booing you because of performance. So I just want to get that out. Now, they're also booing you because of what it has cost this organization. So, you start talking about it, it was personal and all of that. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're not wrong in that. You're right. Some of it is personal, but some of it is performance. And I guess the better way I can say that is, if you had the performance of pre-case Deshaun Watson right now and post-case Deshaun Watson, then I think you would win over some of the fans in Cleveland that has that personal thing going on against you, because they haven't had anything in so long. They won't let a little bit of pain of, I don't like this, I don't like that, stop them from enjoying true victory if you were bringing that to them in the form of what Patrick Mahomes does for Kansas City. All right, don't worry about Patrick Mahomes. Just get back to what you were doing in Houston. So that's the first thing I say I look at it. Deshaun Watson has to look at this and say, okay, maybe that was disingenuous when I said it has nothing to do with performance. And that's what led me to also believe that he just feels like it's more of a fight here. And we're looking at this snapshot, this picture of a moment of him talking about this at the podium. But when I'm watching this is not something that he's just bringing up or something he's dealing with, just started dealing with. This is something he's been dealing with for a while. He said, I've been out here, I've been in town, I'm out here doing the charity work. I'm talking to the fans, I'm kind with the fans, I take pictures with the fans. All of that's fine. So if you're doing all of that, and playing well, oh man, you've been straight. You've been straight. But you can do all of that and don't play well, oh, no. Because you're not going to touch enough people doing that. You know, you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of thousands everywhere, all over the country, voting for Cleveland or pulling for their team, the Browns, and they're scattered out all over the country. And now all of a sudden, you know, they're like, they see their team held, their words, not mine, held hostage because of the contract. And then they started booing. And then you today brought up that they booed and clapped when you got hurt. So the fact that you brought that up will also say that you're carrying some pain and some issues with these guys. And it does, man. It's not often that I say this looks like you just got to exit stage right if you're Cleveland, or you have to free the man if you're Deshaun. Because I don't know, man. And I don't know when the clip was played, but then I heard somebody say to him on one of these clips, like, what's going to happen? Are you worried about how they come out Saturday, or when next time you step in a stadium? Or it sounds like you rather play on the road than at home. All of these things, you know, coming out. I saw Cleveland fans now really digging in. Oh my God, I'm gonna hate this dude forever. Oh my God, he can't be on this team. And that's going to be a horrific scene. Oh my God, it's gonna be a horrific scene in Cleveland with this dude and all of the back and forth that's going to be going on. And let me speak to this now. Let me speak to this too. Because through it all, I see also, guys, a guy going through the court cases. And he was saying, oh my God, he was talking about these cases where the girls recant, or he was talking about where they said they were kind of, you know, catching people and not being truthful. Had statements where the girls just said, I was just getting in trying to get a bag. I knew he had a lot of money. All of that stuff. You know, you see, in those situations, the people that file that stuff knows more than likely it never goes to court. So a lot of times, it's stuff you're hearing. You don't know who said it. You won't know names because they put Jane Doe on it, because, you know, you don't have to tell a name. And I don't know what happened, but I know the number got way up there. Like 25, 30, I don't know how many people. And I just, you know, I having the experience I've had in that field and in that area, and I know we all know that sometimes that's not, they're not being totally truthful. I know a lot of people have gone through things, and I respect what they've gone through, and God bless them. But I think we can all know that to find 25 and 30 people and, you know, all of a sudden come forward with no one had gone to the police before means something, you know. So I won't even speak to that part of it. But it makes me feel like Deshaun's in all of it, he's still fighting that piece. He's still fighting to prove he's innocent when there is no ever proving you're innocent. So if it was 25, 30 girls, if 28 came up and 29 came up and said, we lied, and that one person don't say anything, nobody's going to believe it. Even if all 30 of them said it, somebody's going to say, well, he paid them off to say that. It doesn't matter. No, because there is no clearing your name. those days are gone. Those days are gone. It's only how do you move forward from here and try to do good things with the rest of your life. And you know, he's just not helping himself with the way he's answering questions. That's the best thing I can say. Deshaun Watson, when that man asked him, will winning change things? Will winning changes? If he had been winning, would it change it? He went to like his injury and said he got booed and everything. And what does that have to do with anything? You know, so when the man asked you will winning change things, you went to your greatest pain. I just thought there was a time when you said that just right there. That was media. You needed a little media training right there. Well, winning change things, you should have been saying, you know, I would love to deliver those wins to Cleveland and just see. Because, you know, and I would let that injury stuff go. I don't even, I don't let it go. Whatever they did to bring that back up, push you in a tough situation, you know, now they're going to double down. You just made them important. And I tell you what, they will be buying tickets now to boo you. And this part of it is the other part of it. Not only are they booing you, you're helping. Now the booing of you can give them the other thing that they want, and they've been wanting for a while. And we got to talk about that other thing right now, because Deshaun Watson's going to run the news cycle tomorrow on all the radio shows. But I don't want people to miss the battle that's going on at the quarterback position in Cleveland. Deshaun Watson looked pretty good week one. Coming out of week one, everybody's talking about Deshaun Watson's job and maybe his job to lose. But week two, Shedeur started that thing off 8 of 8 for 80 yards before having his first incompletion that was a ball that was behind the running back. But I think it might have even got tipped at the line of scrimmage. But I know Shedeur was trying to slow him down. He still could have caught it, but could have been a little bit better throw, an easier catch, an easier opportunity given. But Shedeur played very well. And here is the combination of how this thing goes down. With Deshaun Watson being not just not playing like the pre-Deshaun Watson to the situations, but also being, I don't know what other word to use besides just not right. Not right. Cause when you tell people, listen, man, well, winning change things, then you go straight to the injury and say, no, you know, what does it got to do with anything? What I got hurt and they yes, winning changed things, especially for a city that has never won. Winning will change things. You can say that and just say, I have to work harder at doing my part to produce that winning, to try to make that change. I want the people in Cleveland to know that I appreciated everybody taking a chance on me, and I want to deliver winning to you. There's nothing wrong with saying that. But Deshaun is still in a fight, man. And I understand you're still in a fight because I understand the pain that comes with it. But sometimes you have to move forward. And there were a lot of people Some people were happy when they got that deal, when they did the deal with Deshaun Watson. And a lot of people were not. And right now, what Deshaun has done is lose the people that were supporting him, that wanted him to make it, by the way he's attacking everybody, or the way he's, like man says, sounds like you regret coming here. Deshaun, just answer that, man. Just answer that. No, I don't regret coming here. I'm Cleveland. I want to make a difference here. I want us to get winning here. And if I could just produce winning here, a city that wants it so badly, you know what I mean, and had it so long, it'd be great. Just say that. You cannot say, trust me, you cannot say, no, I don't have any regrets in life. Because now you just took it off the football field. And you said any regrets in life. You can't, it's impossible. It's impossible to say those things when you just went through what you went through. I don't care if you are, I don't care if you're 110%. Yeah, I do care. As a matter of fact, that's why you wouldn't even say it. Do I have any regrets? Yes. Yes, I got regrets. You don't have to even, you know, you don't have to say I don't have regrets in any parts of my life. Just say I don't have any regrets about coming to Cleveland. Answer the question. Say I don't have any regrets to coming to Cleveland. And I still want to give my best effort to try to bring winning to this city. That's it. Stop fighting everybody out here at your press conference, because you're reading a lot of the stuff that people are writing. But everybody out here doesn't hate you. Everybody out here just, you know, it's okay. It's okay, bro. It's okay, man, to say you have regrets. Everybody in life has regrets. You say that to try to be strong and make them like they didn't break you and you didn't lose something. Yes, you did. And yes, you do. No person wants to go through that. You regret that happens. I don't care if it's your fault or if it's someone else's fault. And certainly you regret it happened, even more so if you had nothing to do with the mess that everybody put out there. I tell you to this day, I was accused of holding a gun to a girl's head while 3 other guys raped her, did all kind of things to her. I held a gun to her head. They were talking about it on the news here, saying Michael at any time will be arrested. Michael, you can hear about it. They say they had it on tape. You can hear his voice on tape. I was like, what the hell? You don't got my voice on tape. I wouldn't have to do. What saved me was, at that time, they were doing phone taps. I was west of Dallas Tollway. My daughter and I was west of Dallas Tollway in a 7-Eleven at the time. all of this was supposed to be happening. I got the tape and took it to the police and said, here's where I am during this time. And they sat on that tape and never said a word. And they let people believe that I held the gun to this poor girl's head while 3 guys brutalized her. I ultimately sued everybody, and I won millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Because I was never there. But I regret that happened. I regret that I had to go through it, that my family had to go through it, that anybody that supported me had to go through it. I regret that. I can say that. I hate that we had to go through that. I was trying to do the right thing, and then I got thrown in. It wasn't even there. I regret that. It's okay to say, even when you didn't do anything wrong, you regret it. Because I regret that these ignorant folks threw me in there, and I wasn't there. You can't say, man, it's just, come on, man. Come on, I understand you're fighting for yourself here and you're fighting for what you believe and everything. But we just need to be able, bro, just be able to get your life back. It's okay. I know you regret playing bad. You regret it getting hurt. This is when I say, guys, you're fighting and you're fighting and you're fighting instead of just being honest. And I don't care about you being honest with them. I'm talking about being honest with you. So you can start getting your life back together, bro. And I think admitting that this has affected you in such a devastating way will be a huge step. And to say, I regret all of this happening would be a huge step. Help you step back in to reality. I'm gonna be praying for you, my brother. But what you have done was help Shedeur Sanders get that starting job. Because I don't know how this is going to play out, but Shedeur started 8 for 8. And I told you about that, and he threw the interception that was behind the guy. But what I saw in this is week 1. See, when you're the starter, this is the part you got to watch. Week 1, that week 1 offense was designed for Deshaun Watson because he was the starter. Deshaun Watson looked a little bit better than Shedeur Sanders. And that's plausible, I understand. Week 2, the offense was designed for Shedeur Sanders. And then Shedeur Sanders played real well early on. Deshaun Watson, and I got to talk about the interception Deshaun Watson threw. Because Deshaun Watson threw an interception. Everybody's saying, see, he threw another interception. And everybody's focused on the interception. Come on now. Come on, you guys got to stop that too. Go back and look at that interception. Just, will you stop her from crying before they think we're killing her? My pup be going off, man. My pup going off. But listen, week 1 was for Deshaun Watson, and he looked better. Week 2 was for Shedeur Sanders, and he looked better. I'm saying when you do the comparison, And then you add in this last bit with Deshaun Watson. Shedeur Sanders is rising. And all of the Shedeur Sanders fans, and there are a lot in Cleveland, boy, they finna help. They may not even had a problem with Deshaun Watson. They just wanted Shedeur Sanders. So they could have been pro Shedeur without being con. You could be for Shedeur without being against Deshaun. Now they're going to be for Shedeur. They will be still rooting for Shedeur, but they will help the booers boo Deshaun. See, before they may not even been part of the boos, but now that the booers see it's getting to you, and now the Shedeur fans that love Shedeur wants him, they see that the other guys know the booing bothers you. They're going to join in so they can help Shedeur. They still don't have anything against you. They're trying to help Shedeur. See what I'm saying, buddy? This thing is prime. And I didn't mean prime time. I just put prime. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it alone. It's so much in this. I can't believe I rambled about this for 25, 30 minutes here already. I got to stop. And now, hey, you come, Venus. Come here, girl. Come here, Venus. Come here. All this here noise. What's going on with you? Why you acting like that over there, huh? What's wrong with my baby? What's wrong with you? Come here. You want to see yourself? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh, my girl. Come on, y'all. I got my girl up here. Come on, girl, y'all. Come on. See her, girl. You see him, girl, huh? Give me sugar. You give me that sugar, girl. Y'all, my baby, y'all. See that? So, see, my baby, see. Okay, girl. Okay, be safe. Be careful. Okay. All right, I better let her go. I gotta let her go. I gotta go outside and play with her, actually, guys. She just wants some time with Papa. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, guys. I'm telling you, gotta watch the rest of this game, but watching this Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders situation, and we just put the fans square back in. That's all we're gonna be talking about Monday morning. I'm just letting you know right now.